So when I started this YouTube channel, I had no subscribers, didn't fully know what I wanted to do. I just knew that I had a passion for content creation, photography, videography. So this year we ended up making 46 videos in our first year, and we're at 943 subscribers, which is pretty impressive considering the fact that I still work a full-time job. Let's try that again, that I still work, not work, a full-time job. Now, the goal was to make a video every day. No, not every day. That'd be ridiculous. The goal is to make a video every week. So I was trying to do 52 videos, but I just got so busy with work and other photo shoots, I just didn't have the time. So 46, that's what we are. We're saying goodbye to 2022. Now we're gonna go over my 5 most fun, most memorable, most informative videos of this year.
Tomorrow, I'm going to be running my first 50K ultra marathon.
It's pretty crazy. I'm running 50 miles, the longest I've ever ran.
Ultra marathon.
I'm running my first official ultra.
Okay, so this first video was for Adidas, and this was actually taken almost exactly a year ago, because next weekend we're going out to shoot for Adidas again. Now, this is for a group of runners who are doing a 50 mile and 32 mile on the island of Catalina, racing on their feet. I don't know why someone would want to run that far ever in their life on purpose, but these people decided to do it. And I really loved this video because I was, first of all, getting used to audio. I had bought the Rode Wireless Go 2. I was learning about color editing, all that stuff. And basically Adidas just said, go out to Catalina, get some content, tell a story. So that's exactly what we did. So the difficult part about this video was the weekend before, or a few days before I was supposed to go shoot this, Adidas says, hey, the assistant that you're supposed to bring isn't going to come with you because COVID is running rampant, so you have to do all this stuff by yourself. So I went out, took some photos, took some video, was able to capture most of the runners, tell the story, and had a great time doing it. So the next video is going to be shooting for Lululemon. Now, when I started this channel, I knew that I was going to work with big brands. I was already in talks with Adidas and Onewheel and all these other companies, and I knew that I wanted to go behind the scenes of what goes into some of these more high-end photo shoots. The photo shoot that I did with Lululemon was 6,000. Basically, the premise was to go out and shoot some ambassadors of Lululemon in the Orange County area and have those photos eventually be printed to put in their stores. And I knew that when I had started this behind the scenes stuff, I wanted to go over what kind of gear we were using, different photo shooting techniques, and different tools that you can use to really benefit you when you're shooting with these higher brands and doing these more in-depth photo shoots. And this photo shoot came about because I was shooting this what's called Dapper Social Club here in Los Angeles, and I was still building my portfolio. So I was shooting this group of men for free, right? And one of the ambassadors in Lululemon just happened to be there. So I shot him and he really liked what I did, and then Lululemon had asked him if he knew any photographers in the area, and he recommended me. They saw my stuff online on my Instagram and on my website and ended up picking me for the job. So it just goes to show you that shooting for free definitely pays off in the long run. So the next video that I chose was a photo every day for 365 days. Now, I was starting to get really bored with my photography and I just needed to change things up, so I decided to take a photo every day for 365 days. Okay, fun fact, in that intro, there is actually 365 photos. I threw all of them into that intro, and I just started to play with graphics and titles and things like that. It wasn't easy. It was not easy. I switched from my Nikon to my Sony. I used every camera from the iPhone to the drone to the Nikon to the Sony, but I ultimately learned a lot, and it kind of changed my style for the better. And fun fact, the last photo of the Photo 365 challenge was a photo that I took of this tattoo, which is f365, F for aperture, and then 365 for 365 photos. So my second to last favorite video this year was the iPhone 14 Pro underwater photo shoot, and happy to report that is the same iPhone that I have right here. It works just fine, didn't need to use AppleCare. Totally fine, no issues there. This was a fun one. This was fun to be underwater and shoot with the iPhone. I was a little nervous because I couldn't control any of the settings underwater. I couldn't set the exposure, at least, anything like that. It was just kind of point and shoot. And as it got later into the day, it got darker, so I wasn't sure how the photos were going to turn out. I used this light here that you can see, and I kind of changed the different colors of the lights. They're underwater lights. I can link to them in the description down below. But this was a fun shoot. The photos turned out really nice. I was really happy with this, and it's actually my #1 most viewed video of the year. Who would have thought that a video taken about an iPhone camera would have been my #1 video of the year? And my #1 favorite video of the year was Murder Your Thirst with Product Photos. This was my favorite video of 2022. I just did this a couple of weeks ago. It wasn't anything fancy. It was literally just me in the studio taking pictures of two of my favorite brands, which is Clocks and Colors and Liquid Death. They came out with this ring. We did a whole video on it, and I just loved this video. The pictures that came out of this shoot probably are my favorite photos ever that I've done, at least in terms of product photography. I still use the Nikon just because it has a macro lens, it has easy focus shift shooting, and it was so much fun. It was so much fun. If I had to have an honorable mention, I would probably say the Tamron 35-150. Can it keep up with her? This was the first time that I was working with Caroline this year of many times that I worked with her, and it was our first video doing a gear review, and it just turned out really nice. I was really happy with the Sony app on the phone because you can do a screen recording on the phone. It shows you that. You can put that into the video, and it just turned out really nice. I loved it. It was a great app. We actually have done a full review on that app and the desktop app for it and everything, but it was a lot of fun. It's the same lens that we use, the Tamron 35-150 f2 to 2.8. It's the one we're shooting on right now. Highly recommend that lens. We did a review for this lens. This was actually my second most watched video of 2022. And that concludes 2022. We'll see you in 2023. Hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to leave us a like. And until next year, Venti Views out.